From the News Channel 5 Network, this is Urban Outlook.
Hello and welcome to Urban Outlook. I'm April Eaton. Thank you so much for being with us today. You know, I recently read a piece by Sheryl Sandberg. You know Sandberg. She's the tech exec of Facebook fame, who is also an author and an activist for women in the workplace. She published a story on July 31st on Black Women's Equal Pay Day. On that day, July 31st, Black women caught up to what white men earned in 2016. In other words, we had to work every day of 2016 and more than halfway through the year of 2017 until July 31st in order to make what white men made in 2016. Stew on that just for a sec. To say it another way, we make 37% less than white men on average, and black women earn 63 cents to every dollar that a white man earns. Cassandra Holdsclaw and Dr. Ashley Williams are very familiar with the facts and the figures and the disparity that exists when you talk about women in the workplace and women in their pay. Together, they have co-founded a leadership development group called Coins Over Gossip. Thank you both for being with us today.
Thanks for having us. Thank you for having us.
So let's start with those numbers and just kind of get your feel. Are you surprised? Are you shocked? Are you just sick about it?
Just sick about it. Yeah, definitely not surprised because we're living it.
Yeah.
So that's why we came up with Coins Over Gossip, because we want to try to impact change and really help do something about it.
Tell us more about this group, because both of you all have decided that obviously this is a focus that you need to have, making sure that African American women in particular, and some of our younger women just coming out of college and getting their careers started, need to have a way of thinking about that career and a way of possibly even thinking about those future work checks that they get, those paychecks that they get. Talk a little bit about the organization.
So how Coins Over Gossip came about is I've just been in leadership for a few years now, and I noticed the higher I was going up or climbing the corporate ladder, it was getting pretty lonely. And I got to a place where I was just confused about, I know I wanted to continue to grow, but I didn't see a lot of people that look like me, and I was just confused about how to get to that next step. And I felt like I was in a very successful place, but it was just not seeing anybody that looked like me, not knowing who to turn to, who could relate to how I was feeling, who could really help me, who really had a invested interest in my growth and wanting to see me succeed. And I just thought that there's so many women that haven't even got to the point where we're at today.
Yeah.
And they still need so much help just to even get where we're at. And we're like, how can we do something about this? How can we get more mentorship, more resources? How can we network with one another? How can we help create opportunities for people to really get to that next level, and women of color in particular?
Dr. Williams, I see you nodding your head there. You see the same sort of lack of us in the top portions of corporate America?
Absolutely. When you look around, it's exactly what she said. You don't see a lot of people that look like you. Sometimes it's even at the point to where people are surprised to see you in the position that you're in. So,
and that's sad, isn't it?
That's right. And we want to help impact that to where it seems normal to walk in and see someone in a leadership position, a woman of color in a leadership position, and not feel like necessarily that it's so strange or, you know, almost congratulate you on being able to achieve that point. We want it to look normal. We want to be the face of leadership.
So how does this all come about, or how did this all start, rather? So talk to me about what you're telling young women who are just starting out their careers and what you're guiding them to do.
I think the first thing is how to recognize opportunities, because opportunities don't always come in the form of a paycheck. So it's just really learning how to position yourself, how to feel comfortable with building relationships and communicating with people that don't look like you, because you're going to have to do that until we progress. So, and then also helping them connect with mentors and providing resources. So it's us coming together. We got a lot of our friends together that are successful women that are in leadership roles, and we just want to give back and share our experiences, some of the challenges that we've been through in the workplace. So hopefully they don't have to go through some of the same things. We can kind of help them bypass some of the adversity that you're going to face. So we just got this group of women together, and we're putting some really cool things together with the workshop. We're going to have a panelist there where we're going to do a Q&A. We're going to have a keynote speaker. And we're also going to continue the workshop after, just the day of the event, to a Facebook group where it's a private Facebook group, and we're going to be able to keep in contact with our attendees. We're going to be able to network, just kind of create this network of collaboration where they can share any issues that they run into so that we can be a resource to them and help them.
That workshop is going to be on September 30th. Give the details on that so we get that out as well.
September 30th at 1 p.m. and is at Salama Urban Ministries. It's located on 8th Avenue South. So we're really excited about it. And this panel we have lined up was a panel we wanted to cover many careers across the board. So we have people coming from marketing, we have people coming as execs for companies, we have people that are bloggers, well-known bloggers, and people that are pursuing dreams outside of just even their everyday job. So we want to show these young women that it's a lot of people that look like them, and there's many opportunities. And so beyond anything, we don't want there to be the feeling of competitiveness between our group. We don't want to walk in and feel like because you don't see many people looking like you that you need to do the next thing to compete with that person, but you want there to be camaraderie, building each other up, working together, helping each other get to that next step.
And that's a tough thing to do sometimes, because obviously as women you would think that we should look after each other and look out for one another, but sometimes that's tough because you are the only one, so you feel like you've got a goal, but then how do you reach back and make sure others get to either where you are or sometimes even surpass you?
That's sometimes even walking them through how you got to where you are, and it's making sure that you're wanting to build something more than what you were able to see. So we often say that when we graduated college, we would have loved to have something like this workshop, something where someone is able to say your resume needs to look like this. When you go into the workforce, you need to make sure that you're putting out there your worth, that you know what your education is worth, that you work hard to get it, and making sure that you don't have to settle for these necessarily low-paying job. Like, you can go out there already ready to get to that next level.
I remember my mom used to always say you've got to work twice as hard, you've got to do more than your fair share, you've got to kind of really overdo it in order to make it, in order to succeed. Are we still telling our young girls that, and is it fair to have to tell them that?
It may not be fair, but yeah, we definitely have to tell them that. It's just the reality, of the situation. We don't get second chances, and for us, first impressions really are everything. So it can make or break you. And just to kind of talk a little bit about what Ashley said, working with the college students, we wanted to start early on. So that's why our focus has been college students that are juniors and seniors. And then also we opened it up recently to recent graduates that have been in the workforce between 1 and 3 years. Because we got approached by some young ladies that were very interested, and they're like, I'm still trying to figure things out. I'm so confused about how this works. And they talked about, how in school, especially if you attended at HBCU, you kind of had that security blanket, that comfort, and then when you get in the workforce, it's not like that. It's everyone for themselves, and then you even have people that may look like you that are competing with you because they don't see, where there's an abundance of people that look like them or opportunities in that workplace. So we're just trying to come together and let them know, look, you're not in this alone. There's a way around this. We can make change. We can help one another, and there's enough room at the top.
I want to take a little step back and kind of get an idea of your backgrounds, because obviously you all speak well to the issue, but and you've lived the issue and lived the challenge of growing in your own professions. But talk just a little bit about your background in human resources and the things that have made you you. And then Dr. Williams, I'm going to get you to do the same thing.
So yes, I've been working in human resources for about 10 years. I have done everything in human resources. So I've been working in a generalist capacity, so I touch everything: people strategies, your employee relations, your leave administration, your hiring, your firing.
Yeah.
And recently I've assumed more of a strategic level HR role where I'm the head of HR for the company I work for now. And I really enjoy it. I love helping other people, especially in this capacity. I love helping people with interviewing and resume and career counseling, and I actually do some career coaching outside of my regular job.
And Dr. Williams, you're in the pharmaceutical industry. Talk a little bit about your rise up the corporate ladder and what you do.
I've been out of pharmacy school since about 2012, but even more so in pharmacy school. I went to a great pharmacy school, loved the people that were there, but there weren't a lot of people in my class that looked like me.
Yeah.
And so I knew offhand that I was going to have to work hard, and I was going to have to put my, my best foot forward to be able to attain a position that I wanted to be in. So I've been working in the field since 2012, and I can remember starting off and not being exactly where I wanted to be. And so I knew I had to do something about that, and with that came finding my voice.
Yeah.
And letting people know what your expectations are, and then expecting people to work with you to be able to get to that place. And so now I'm able to be a pharmacy manager at my current location here in Nashville. I really love it. Love being able to help people, love being able to see a diverse group of people, love being able to represent the African American women. Like, love being able to be in a position where you can show someone that you can obtain a doctorate, that you can be what you want to be, and be proud of that.
I want to take a quick commercial break, but when we come back, I want to talk more about finding that voice, because there's got to be some very firm and fierce conversations, I think, that have to be had in the workplace, and how you teach women how to have those conversations so they can continue to grow where they are. We'll be right back after this.